Hey, what's up, guys? Elliott and Morgan here, back with a review for the movie Love, Simon. So Morgan and I we were able to see this almost a month in advance, which is pretty cool because this movie was going to actually be on our movie bucket list for the month of March. So we were actually super stoked that we were able to see this. So before going into the movie, we were pretty excited. The trailers looked good. I was really excited because Greg Berlanti is awesome. I love Arrow, I love Flash, Supergirl, Legend of Tomorrow, all the stuff that he has going on CW. So I was excited about what he was going to bring to the big screen. Also, too, seeing Kid Flash in this movie. Again, I'm a big Flash fan. So with that, I was pretty stoked. What about you?
Yeah, same. I remember when I saw the commercial, I was like, oh, that's definitely a story that I think should be told. It was more like built on the high school level. So just kind of the things that you go through in high school and having that as a dynamic to it. So I was excited to see it.
Yeah, and I think we saw the trailer right around at the same time we saw like Call Me By Your Name and Lady Bird. So we were just in that mood where we just want to see real coming of age stories.
Movies,
don't get us wrong, we love our Star Wars, our Marvel, our DC, and all that fun stuff. But every
it's
now
good
and then,
to be put into someone's life, relatable situation.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So with that being said, Morgan, I'm gonna have you lead the way. What were some things? And also, too, guys, if this is your first time tuning in, welcome, by the way, subscribe. But we like to keep spoiler free. There's no spoilers in this review. We're just gonna touch a little bit on the story, the characters, the performances, and then wrap up with our final thoughts and scores. So with that being said, what were some positives that you walked away out of this film?
Yeah, so I think the story, number one, was definitely a positive for me.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, Simon, he's in high school, so you see things that happen in high school. It wasn't too long ago. It was kind of long ago that I was in high school, but, you see those things that kind of are never changing, such as bullying, finding yourself and who you are and where you fit in, and being true to yourself and living your truth. So I liked that aspect of it. And I think probably what I enjoyed the most was Simon's character.
Played by Nick Robertson.
Yeah, I thought he did a good job, and I really enjoyed his relationship with Blue. So, I mean, you see that in the commercials where they kind of fall in love, I guess you could say, online. And it was just really cool because obviously they don't know who they are. They don't know who the other person is, and they're falling in love with them for who they are truly. So I thought that was really very sweet sentiment.
Yeah, and same with me. I thought that the topic that was tackled in this film, I thought was really relevant to today's times. Story of acceptance, story of coming of age. I really enjoy those topics. So I thought that, again, like you said, the story was very relevant in today's time. And also, too, just what you just said, kind of that dynamic between Blue and Simon, not suspense, but you wanted to know who Blue was, and I thought that played out well, which to me, kind of going to my really positive, I thought the second half of the film is really what it shined, where you get a moment where Simon is trying to find out who Blue is and find out a little bit more about Blue, and you see that dynamic play out between the two, where you see this relationship growing, not physical, but it's just based online, just personality-wise, which is always great. You always have to love someone for their looks or their materialistic things. So I thought that was really cool how they did that, as well as just kind of seeing the dynamic between Simon and him. You see him kind of growing into who he wants to be and not hiding into this being afraid to let people know who he is and what his thoughts are and things of that nature. So I thought that played out well too. So there was some really good themes that was going on, some positivity. That I think this message needs to be said about being accepted and your friends embracing you and your family embracing you. So I thought that message really resonated with me.
One other thing that I did like, and you see this in the commercials, was as he is trying to find a way to come out, there's a little sequence where his friends come out as being straight to their parents.
That is a very good highlight.
And seeing their reaction. I honestly think between his relationship with Blue as pen pals or whatever you want to call it, and then that scene were probably two standouts for me. Sure. It was just like, wow, like so eye-opening, I think.
Definitely. Which, I think Greg Berlanti does a great job on his shows, highlighting things like that, and he brought it into the movie, that sensibility to the film, which, again, to me, that was in kind of the second half of the film. So, again, the second half, to me, is really where the film shines, which we'll talk a little bit about the characters. Again, you had Nick Robertson as Simon. You had, his mom, played by Jennifer Garner, Josh Duhamel, and a couple other supporting cast characters. The young lady from 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah.
Katherine Langford. And also Alexandria Shipp, who plays Storm in X-Men. So I was excited to see her. So I thought the supporting cast was okay. There's some moments. This kind of gets to my negatives. There were some moments I thought the chemistry wasn't what I wanted it to be, from Simon to his friendships, assignments to his family. It was just generic. I feel like they just kind of scratched the surface on some topics and didn't really address it, and not necessarily just address it, but just handled it well. What did you think about some
the same. So I would say right on par with you. The lack of chemistry between the family and the friendships for me,
I think he used vanilla. It was just
it fell flat.
Yeah.
And for me, like his family, it was too Leave It to Beaver for me. Like it was too
cookie cutter
perfect.
Family. Yeah.
His mom, his dad was like high school star, high school football star or whatever, mom's cheerleader. Just like it was too Leave It to Beaver for me. I did not like that. They did not feel like a real family. It felt too forced to me, and I did not like that.
Which I think, and not to Greg Berlanti's fault, but I think him coming from television, to me, this film kind of felt like it was a good film. We'll get to our score here, but it was a good film, but I feel like it could have played even better for, kind of like TV. Because again, I thought these topics, and again, you don't have to have a rated R film to get your point across, but I feel like they just played their ratings to a like you said, a teenage audience. They didn't really dive deep into some of these topics, which is what I wanted from the film, which was kind of my negatives.
But I think that this film was maybe made more for a younger audience to relate to.
Sure,
so maybe it wasn't, and maybe it was made for people who are my age that went through that.
Right.
So I don't think everyone is going into this film being like, I need the most amazing performances from this cast. But for me, being a movie person, I really enjoy movies. That is something, I don't know, that's something I look for. Gotcha. So for me, it did not work, the chemistry. Yeah,
so overall, I thought this was a good film. Again, like Morgan and I said, this film we need to see more films like this.
For sure.
More things on this topic about acceptance. Because again, to us, and we're going to get to our score here, but to us, it was a good film. But to someone else out there, this might be something that can get them into a different mindset and be accepted. So I totally give applause to everyone involved in this film for getting this movie out there. We really thought, that it was great that they did that. So with that being said, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. I thought it was a good movie. I thought that the story was done pretty well. Minus the chemistry and some of the storylines that were just kind of there. And also, too, I think to your point, there was a part in this film where Simon, there's something that happens, and the ending to me just didn't work too well as far as how things kind of played out and kind of feeling forced. Something that Simon does. But anyway, it's a 3 out of 5 for me.
You said 3.5 out of 5.
3 out of 5. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry.
For Love, Simon for me.
All right. Well, I'm gonna also give it a 3 out of 5. I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah.
I hope to continue to see movies like this.
Definitely.
I hope that it makes a big impact for a lot of people, whether it be parents or kids or whatever. So yeah, I definitely think it was a good movie.
We definitely recommend go see it at the show, guys. If you get the opportunity to see it for free, take advantage of it, but also spread the word. Again, Morgan and I think this is a movie that needs to be seen by many people, whether you're gay, straight, whatever you are. Go into this movie. It's a fun movie. I think that we need to see more movies like this, and again, support movies like this so we can get more of them. So that being said, guys, this is another review, recommended movie to go see from Morgan and I. We would highly recommend it, but we would love to know what you guys thought of the movie. Again, this is based off a book, so those that read the book.
Yeah, I actually want to read the book now, because I always feel like they always say the book is better than the movie. So I'm interested because you get more meat.
Yeah, this is under 2 hours. So a book, I think. So
I've heard that this book has received rave reviews. Yeah. So maybe check the book out too.
Yeah. So like I said, in the comments, if you have read the book, let us know what the book, how it compares to the movie. Yeah. And also, if you see the movie, let us know your thoughts of it. So as always, guys, we would love to continue this conversation online. So follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Stardust. We're going to be using that a lot more now. We got a Facebook page, so follow us on all those social media outlets. And as usual, subscribe to our channel. Watch all of our other content. We got some cool stuff coming for you guys here soon. So again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys again shortly.